Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Marek. The status of Croatia obviously is a EU member state, but not in the Economic and Monetary Union, EMU, Eurozone. The monetary policy of Croatia has always been the kuna, your currency, which is more or less pegged to the euro. But we hear that you're going for euro adoption from 2019 onwards. But with unemployment at 11.3% in January 2017, rather the same as Italy, Portugal and Spain, youth unemployment at 40%, rather the same again as Spain, Greece and Italy, Croatia fits in the same mould as the Southern European group of countries. Does the Croatian government really want to join the monetary union, even with such a high unemployment? Will, as a consequence, Croatia have to accept a euro austerity programme, as it has been in Greece, and internal devaluation? Does the Minister believe his country can stay competitive within the EMU system? Most importantly, will the Croatian people accept this austerity programme? Are they even aware that it is coming? Because look what's happened in Greece. It's been a catastrophe. You've had riots in the streets and all the rest of it. Are you sure this is possible for you? Is it in your best interest, especially with other people bailing out or potentially bailing out of the euro, such as the Italians?
Thank you for your question. Maybe just briefly to say that even on a previous question, I pointed out that definitely we are going to analyze further through this cost-benefit analysis that I point, or various other angles of pros and cons of joining, and it's an important one element not only for the decision makers in Croatia, but I would say for the whole society and the citizens to realize what are the benefits and what are the potential threats and challenges of adoption of euro. So for the time being, this is our I would say official approach, and in the period to come, obviously together in parallel with us following the development. You pointed out Greece, but also Brexit case and all the others. Obviously, this will also have certain elements for our decision-making process. However, you pointed out two things that I would like to comment. One is the unemployment. Unemployment, particularly of youth. This is by far for us a critical element of our economic performance, and I would say for us in the government, even more than the following unemployment rate, is even more important to follow employment rate, participation and activity rate of our overall labour market. And this is the element, this is the area where we want to stress and to put a vast majority of our efforts. Combining that with the exchange rate, you pointed out and stressed the item of competitiveness. Our national bank, since the kuna was introduced back in 1993-1994, is conducting de jure floating exchange rate. De facto, it's very tightly managed float, i.e. Almost pegged to euro. So national bank is using kuna stability, nominal exchange rate stability, as an anchor for price stability for the last 25 years, and obviously with the intention to continue with this trend every single while we are having our own internal discussion on the need for gain competitiveness through the depreciation, nominal depreciation of the currency. However, the conclusion always ends up with the conclusion that there is a need for the depreciation, but not through the FX, but through the so-called internal depreciation. At the same time, since you mentioned the austerity program and the elements related to the austerity program, I need to say that in the 2016, I think we very clearly showed what is the responsible conducting of public finances. We managed to nominally freeze the expenditure side of the budget for the first time in our history, to use excessive revenues for the deficit and debt reduction, and for the first time in our history to reduce the share of public debt in GDP. We believe that this is actually the right formula for the public finance, I would say, stability going forward. So this is the area where we are putting a vast majority of our efforts. Thank you.